Hello friends, we have a pair of streaming romantic comedies this week. Love is in the air. Let's begin.
I run a business, writing essays for people. I guess I just never thought I'd need anyone else.
That is a taste of the half of it, which popped up recently on Netflix. It's set in a small town called Squamish. And that is where we find Ellie Chu, who lives there with her dad. She goes to school, she's teased, life is not great. This is a 17-year-old teen who has decided to settle. She has aspirations, she has yearnings, but she is gonna stick it out in that little house near the train station with her father because she wants to be by his side.
The good thing about being different in a town like this is that no one expects you to be like them.
Ellie Chu, as played by Leah Lewis, she has that X factor where it's that kind of hilarious rom-com convention where she's supposed to be playing someone who's sort of forgettable, but she is anything but. She has that certain quality. You see it in her eyes, the face that's hiding behind those glasses. But Ellie doesn't want to be special. She doesn't want to be noticed. She wants to be nothing. She wants to just fade into the background. The only thing she does to stick out at all is her side hustle, where she writes papers, writes essays for her fellow classmates. And so one day, Paul Munsky comes into view. He approaches her, and he wants her help on a very special project, writing some letters for Aster.
Can't help you.
I just need a few words, good ones.
I'm not writing to Aster to some girl.
She doesn't want any part of this. She writes essays, not love letters. She doesn't want to get involved.
It'd be wrong. A letter is personal. It's supposed to be authentic.
That'd be awesome.
No, I can't be you being authentic. Get a thesaurus. Use spell check. Good luck, Romeo.
The character of Paul Munsky, I love this performance by Daniel Diemer. He's just kind of a bit of a dope. He's not that complicated, but he is sweet and very sincere.
Conversation is like ping pong. I hit one, and then you... What the?
And so, he offers her some money, and they strike up a partnership, and so she starts writing letters to Aster. Aster is the prettiest girl in the school.
Dear Aster Flores, I'm in love with you.
And Aster, too, has her own issues, and you start to see kind of an interesting thread, which we'll come back to. But Ellie finally has an audience worthy of her eloquence, and so she strikes up this conversation in letters and text messages. But here's the thing. What is it about Aster that so inspires Ellie?
What do you like about Aster?
She's pretty and smart. What else could I like about her?
I don't know. How her eyes look right into yours. How you can live in an ocean of her thoughts, and she really knows.
I'm so stupid.
This comes from queer Chinese-American director Alice Wu, and I think Wu has put a lot of herself into Ellie Chu. But I think what the half of it really understands is that delicate dance that we do in high school. There is that version of ourselves that we want others to see. There is how we think we're projecting ourselves to the world. And then there is that other person, that secret self that you have inside. And part of the half of it is about, finding that love, that first great romance. But I think ultimately the half of it is about bringing those two halves together. That inner you and the outer version, and finding a way to just be whole.
It would suck to have to pretend to be not you your whole life.
I gotta go.
No, wait.
This movie might not do everything you want it to as a romantic comedy, but it gives just enough space for the characters to stand on their own.
Love, it's not finding your perfect half. It's the trying and reaching and failing.
And that is the half of it on Netflix.
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos! It's the greatest moment of my life!
I love this film. That is The F Word. It is on CBC Gem and a bunch of other places, and if you have not watched it, I'm actually jealous of you because you get to see it for the first time, and it is such a lovely treat.
Wallace! Yes? I need you to come in here.
What?
I'm kind of stuck.
Daniel Radcliffe, I think, has been overshadowed by Harry Potter, but Radcliffe has such a facility for self-deprecating humor, and he has something about him, like he's just that perfect character who's always a little awkward in a way that it's easy for the audience to connect, and here he is paired with Zoe Kazan. Zoe, I mean, she's like Diane Keaton meets Betty Boop. She has that face and those big eyes that always seem to be on the verge of glistening. In this film, The F Word, which is directed by Michael Dowse and written by Ilan Mastai, both Canadians. And look, oh my god, it's set in Toronto, and Toronto is actually Toronto, which is something. So, it admits Toronto. We have Wallace and Chantry. They meet at a party, they hit it off, conversation is flowing, it's effortless, they walk home, and then...
I'm gonna give you my number. We should hang out.
Yeah.
My boyfriend will be worried about what happened to me. So, friends?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Friends. Is this always how you make friends? Like it's a business deal?
Yeah, actually, it's just my style.
Okay, it's quite unnerving, but it's good.
Friend zone. That is why it's called the F word. The F is for friend. Now, it is obvious from the moment they meet that Wallace, I mean, there's something irresistible and effortless about his connection to Chantry, but Chantry has a boyfriend, and so he sticks around and he plays the friend, but he feels more than the friend, and his friends, such as Alan, played by Adam Driver, in a hilarious performance. Well, he's one of many saying, look, this can't go on forever. Adam as Alan is just one of the many delights of this film. The snap, crackle, pop dialogue that Daniel Radcliffe delivers so effortlessly.
You can't interact with a woman without sex screwing it up, but I can because I'm a grown-up.
And it's so adorable that you really believe that.
The music by Patrick Watson and this beautiful animation that flits throughout the film. The F Word knows when to lean into the rom-com formula. It is a charm bomb of a film, and I love it. I hope you do too.
It's very easy to be cynical about love until you've had that instant connection. If you're lucky, it happens once in a lifetime.
Thanks for watching.